What's going on, guys? My name is High Five Devin. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. I just want to get into the topic of today's commentary, which is hype, because hype has a big place in the gaming community, and it seems like the longevity of a game and the legacy of a game is all based around hype nowadays. So let's just jump right in it. Now, the definition of hype, according to my Webster dictionary that I have right alongside me, is to make publicity for, or to, expand or over exaggerate, etc., etc., etc. And that's a perfect destination, and that's what I'm going to use for most games, because it seems like a lot of the most hyped up games seem to be, a lot of the most disappointing, i.e. Watch Dogs and their E3 disappointment from E3 2012. They had downgraded the graphics since then, and Watch Dogs was one of the most hyped up games of 2014, but sadly it just did not deliver. If I had to rate the game, I would rate it like a 6, and that's me being nice, because the game wasn't really that intriguing to me. But as far as hype itself, I mean, dude, it kind of saddens me that, the longevity of a game is all based around hype, because, some of my favorite games from this year didn't have a whole lot of hype around it. For example, Strider is one of my favorite games of this year, and I see like zero hype for it. It was just like a cool little indie title that I picked up. I absolutely loved it. But then again, there are some games that actually do live up to the hype. For example, South Park Stick of Truth was a game that absolutely, positively, 100% lived up to its hype. Yeah, there are some games that, you're just not hyped for anymore. Like, for example, Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty has been going in a downward spiral since it's been driven away from the World War II era. I mean, all these futuristic shooters. I mean, it's kind of disappointing, because, Call of Duty, I mean, I want to like Call of Duty, but the direction it's going in, it just seems like it's impossible to like it anymore. I mean, the hype in the things that people get hyped over, it's not sad. I'm not going to say it's sad, because, you like what you like, and I respect that. But it seems like it's the same thing every year. I mean, even when a new IP comes out, like Watch Dogs, you guys get hyped over it, and you end up being disappointed in the long run. I'm guilty of this too, so don't think I'm calling anybody out. But it feels like, we're getting hyped over the wrong things. Instead of getting hyped over new IPs and exciting things, we're getting hyped over old IPs, i.e. the new game Destiny that's coming out. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have plans on playing the beta, but if you pay close attention to Destiny, it's made from Ubisoft and Activision, I believe. In Destiny, if you can look at the game and tell it borrows mechanics from Call of Duty, it borrows mechanics from Halo, it borrows mechanics from Borderlands somewhat. I mean, it has a lot of FPS genre games in there, and it just feels like the whole game is just one big cluster of borrowed games. And I feel like sometimes hype is just, good. It's a good and a bad thing. It gets people excited, and it gets people interested in the gaming industry as a whole. But hype is also bad, because it gets us excited over the same stuff. And sometimes, hype is, it sets us up for disappointment. And as a gamer, the last thing I want to be is disappointed in the games that I play or purchase. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, hype is always nice to have. Hype is always nice to keep us going and have us believing in something. But hype is useless unless you have, a good, strong founding on. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think about hype, and what games you're hyped for. Do you think the hype train is just, something that can be avoided, or something that we should avoid? Or do you think hype is more good than bad? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Fives. I'm out.